How did Germany become so powerful after losing World War I? When Germany lost World War I in 1918, the country was completely devastated, economically, politically, and socially. Most people thought that Germany was finished forever. But just 20 years later, it had become powerful enough to wage war against half the world in World War II. How did this happen? After the defeat in World War I, Germany was forced to sign a humiliating peace treaty known as the Treaty of Versailles. This treaty broke the country's spirit and economy. Under its terms, Germany had to surrender a large portion of its territory. It was forced to drastically reduce the size of its military. It had to pay enormous reparations to other countries. As a result, Germany's economy collapsed. Prices soared beyond imagination, and inflation became uncontrollable. People couldn't even afford basic necessities like food. The situation became so dire that it was cheaper to burn paper currency for heat than to buy firewood. Most of the world believed that Germany was finished. But then, something unexpected happened. After World War I ended in 1919, a new democratic government was established in Germany, known as the Weimar Republic. During its early years, Germany saw some development in the fields of art, science, and culture. But behind the scenes, something very different was taking place. Although the Treaty of Versailles strictly prohibited Germany from building a military force, German leaders secretly started training soldiers once again. They began sending their troops to the Soviet Union for covert military training, away from the eyes of the world. At the same time, German factories began quietly producing weapons and war equipment, preparing for a future conflict. Then came the Great Depression of 1929, which had a devastating impact on the global economy, and Germany was hit especially hard. Businesses shut down, millions lost their jobs, and many families couldn't even afford food. Amid this chaos, a man named Adolf Hitler emerged as a powerful public figure. He promised to restore order, fix the economy, and return Germany to its former glory. Once Hitler came to power, he took full control of the political system. He silenced all opposition and brought the entire media under strict control so that only his voice and ideology were heard throughout the country. He then launched massive construction projects, building highways, railways, and factories. These projects created jobs for millions and helped revive the economy. For the first time in years, things started to look better. Meanwhile, Hitler continued to rebuild the military in secret. Even though it was a direct violation of the Treaty of Versailles, German factories that once made household items were now producing tanks, warships, and weapons. Schools began indoctrinating children to be loyal to the Nazi Party and also provided them with military-style training. By 1935, just a few years after Hitler's rise, Germany had already started regaining power. Not only was the economy recovering, but the military was being rebuilt aggressively. In 1935, Hitler reintroduced compulsory military service, once again violating the Treaty of Versailles. In 1936, Germany occupied the Rhineland, a demilitarized zone. It was a bold and risky move, but surprisingly, no country stopped him. This silence from the international community gave Hitler even more confidence. Then, in 1938, he annexed Austria into Nazi Germany. Again, no one intervened. Later that same year, he took over the Sudetenland, a part of Czechoslovakia, without facing any resistance. The world remained silent, choosing peace over conflict, hoping to avoid another war. But this only emboldened Hitler. In 1939, Hitler invaded Poland. This time, the world could no longer stay quiet, and that marked the beginning of the deadliest conflict in human history, World War II.